That's the sound of another Malarkey hour coming right at you. This is your host, Matt, and not sitting across from me is my co-host, John. How's it going, sir?
What's up?
So me and John are practicing what are they calling it now? The social distancing.
I don't know. I don't like that word.
so so me and John are doing today's podcast not in person since we don't want to catch corona from each other. So we're doing it through the computer, which took us a while. It makes me wonder how anybody's doing any type of broadcasting nowadays. Have you seen everybody doing it from their house? All those shows.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing a pretty good job too.
So people who aren't doing that great of a job. I don't know what's that morning show? The
Well, I see people on Facebook doing a better job than some people on like TV
like
shows.
like what's it? I don't know what it's called anymore. That Killer Ripa show. She has Ryan Seacrest now. I don't even know what they call. Is it Kelly and Ryan now? Is that what they're calling it?
Probably.
Like I think they're doing it just to like their webcams. Like it's really low budget.
Yeah. No, I don't. That show sucked before that.
But then you have like what's that show on HBO? The Last Week Tonight. Like yeah, he actually has like a pretty decent setup, like a
It's weird.
camera.
It's weird without the laughter, right?
Yeah, yeah. But he says he's used to no laughter. It's a British comedian, so
Yeah, it's an easy one.
yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've seen other people do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you're joking about your makeup. We're doing a video chat, but we're not gonna. Like I said, I'm stupid. I can't figure out how to record video. We're still doing the audio, but did you see it? I think I texted you when they first started doing it a couple of weeks ago on that what's that sports show with the loud black guy? What is his name?
Stephen
First
A.
take.
Smith.
There you go. First take. Like that first couple of days. Like what's his name? The other guy. Forgetting his. I'm blanking on names now. The Max Kellerman.
The new Skip Bayless.
Yeah, the new Skip Bayless. Like it's funny. Like I don't know if they had like he's doing his own makeup, but I remember the first couple of days it was like super like bright red cheeks. Oh, he looks like fucking Pinocchio. I was like, what the fuck is doing his makeup right now? But it's just
Talking about who?
Max Kellerman. Like their fucking like their makeup was all off. The lighting was like super
Figured.
pale.
I was thinking of Skip Bayless. Ernestine's doing his makeup.
What's that?
I said Ernestine is doing Skip Bayless's makeup.
No, I'm talking about first take.
I know. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Nah, but I don't know who's doing their makeup right now. Then actually, their show's a little bit better produced. I don't know if they're like they just gave them a camera and
Some
turn it
people
on.
just went back.
What's that?
Like some shows, not really like the late night shows, but a lot of TV shows just went back and they're like, we cleaned.
Well,
Like,
I know the news like a lot of like across the country, the news broadcasters they're just doing it from their studio, right? I've seen
yeah,
a
like
couple.
they
Yeah.
left and then they came back and they're like, we did a deep cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, dentist shit.
Yeah. And they're just like sitting like 6 feet, away from each other. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who knows if it's 6 feet? Most people aren't
Wait,
following that whole 6 feet thing. Like you been to a grocery store lately? Like some people do not care. They're just like right on top of you.
Home Depot.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh, somebody like brushed against my shoulder. Was it yesterday?
Uh huh.
And it's just like, ah,
Yeah.
yes, that's the guy who's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Have you been wearing the mask?
No, not yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Gonna
Much of a
Halloween mask.
right. Yeah. Nah. I mean, I guess it's gonna help others from getting it if you have it, right? That's the whole thing. Like if you have corona, you won't give
Somebody
it to
probably
somebody else.
already has this business idea, but should make them like fashionable.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like people will want to wear them. Be like, oh, I love your mask.
Yeah. Like
Like
who are
I'm
you?
only yeah, like I'm being serious.
They might.
It's almost like people who are like, you gotta wear shit. Like if you wear glasses, people are like, oh, I like your glasses, or I hate your glasses.
Yeah. Well, you
It's
know
like,
what? If this shit goes on for like a year, like they're saying it might be, like probably somebody in a couple of months is gonna start doing that shit. Eventually. Like everybody's just
right,
gonna be wearing masks in public.
nice swastika.
Right? I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't even know how you would like. They say you could just get a bandana, right? That's what I read. Very unscientific research from
Some
my
guy,
part. But
some guy at the liquor store told you that.
yeah. So I don't know. No, no, no. On the news, they're saying like, "Oh, just put on a bandana." Like for now, anything is like whatever.
Yeah, I've seen some guys that have been doing it for years.
Or you get the what is it? That air filter from like your air conditioner, and then it's just like you cut it out, and you put it over your face.
I saw at the vitamin store, Cost Plus, they had one with like the real like a filter and stuff.
Okay. I mean, I was reading like it, like I forget, I don't know what they all mean, but there's like a number attached to those filters. Like even if you buy the ones for your air conditioner, you have
Hmm.
to buy a certain number, but like you
Sure,
buy
the
the one
ones that you
that's
can't get are the N95 or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, whatever. They actually, somebody told me they had them at Home Depot, and then they stopped them and wouldn't let them buy them.
yeah, yeah. I think
But
there's
like they had him there, and he was trying to buy some like for actual like construction work,
mhm.
and they wouldn't let him buy them.
uh, I heard I heard they donated like all the masks they had. I don't know if it was Home Depot or Lowe's donated to hospitals. So
Yeah, they probably can afford that.
yeah. So now we're gonna save all those hospital workers, but now you're gonna have all these construction workers with like these coughers lungs and shit. I don't know what you call it. They inhale all this all this dust from their work
Yeah,
because they need it too. I mean, it's a legitimate reason that they go and get those masks, right?
yeah. Like when you're knocking shit down, it's probably better not to breathe it in.
Not to breathe in all that asbestos, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, if you're still, even if it's not asbestos, it's not good for you.
No, I know. Oh,
Breathe concrete all day.
yeah. Must suck though.
Sheetrock,
Yeah,
insulation.
doing doing lines of sheetrock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
insulation is not taste like cotton candy.
yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess pretty soon everybody's gonna be wearing masks, right? Just in general.
I guess.
I want to say I did an informal like survey when I went to HEB today, and I would say like 90% of people were wearing masks.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Is
like,
it gonna
huh?
be the point like you're an asshole if you don't, right?
Yeah, yeah. Although it's funny because like there is a little bit of a line to get in, but the line was moving pretty quickly, and they had like these markers of where you're supposed to stand to keep your like 6 feet in front of the other, like behind the other person, and like there's a bunch of like guys like sit behind me, and they were like pretty
Yeah,
much on
they don't
top of me.
they don't care.
Yeah, some people don't really care. Like I guess like luckily I was downwind from or upwind from them, so it's like it's like I'm not gonna get anything from them. I would imagine. So if they cough, it's gonna go the other way. So I figure.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. Just wait to die.
Right? Yeah. Or you should stay home, right? Stay home and watch
Yeah,
Netflix all day.
go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's funny is I completely caught up on Better Call Saul, and
Like
I
current season?
started or restarted season 4 like 48 hours ago.
Nice. So you're caught up to like the last episode?
That's 18 episodes.
Yeah.
I went to sleep at 10 a.m. and I woke up at like 12:30 after 2.5 hours.
Nice. So you saw this week's episode?
Yeah,
Uh,
the with him and Mike.
yeah.
Yeah, they get themselves into some shenanigans.
Yeah. Usually that's what happens, right? Luckily, they always get themselves out of it. So.
Yeah, it's getting good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I texted the other day. I thought it was probably one of the better episodes of the series.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I gotta wait it for the last two.
Yeah. No, but yeah, actually, I've been trying to watch a lot of like sitcoms 'cause you can just crank through those, and you don't have to really think. So,
Three's Company.
all right. I think I texted you. I saw that there's this film on Netflix called Voyeur. It's a documentary. Came out like 3 years ago. I saw that the other day. That one's pretty interesting. Pretty weird. This
So one of
guy,
the
this guy who like he owned this motel, and he decided to like build this like secret attic above all the rooms, and he put these grates, and he would just like climb up there and like just watch people, like from like up there, like just people in their rooms. And he goes, I would go up there and just spend hours watching.
he was he wasn't filming, right?
No, he wasn't filming. He was just like going up there and watching. And it's funny because he's been married twice, right? So his first wife, like when he bought the motel, he was married to his first wife, and she was like okay with it. And then he found another woman, and he divorced his first wife, and then he got married a second time. Found another woman who was completely fine with this as well. It's like this guy finds the two women who are fine with this like weird behavior. Yeah, like this weird behavior. So it's just funny. Like he said at one point he saw a woman getting murdered.
But he didn't want to get in trouble.
No, he didn't want to get in trouble, so he's like, no. This was funny though. So he saw this. So apparently he saw this guy, selling drugs out of his motel room, right? So like that pissed him off. So when the guy left,
How
so
how dare he intrude?
this is a reputable motel with a peeping tom. Drugs have no place in this establishment. No, so he said that he saw the guy leave this room, so he got off of his peeping perch, I guess you can call it, and he went down there and he saw the guy. I guess he was hiding the drugs in like this vent on the bottom, like on the wall. So he went in and he unscrewed it and he took out the drugs and he threw them away. He said he put them down the toilet and he put the bag back inside and then he put it back to the way it was, and then he ran up back to his peeping perch, and so when the guy came back, he went to go look for his drugs and they weren't there.
He didn't want weird shit going on in his hotel.
Yeah. So he says when the guy came back, he obviously opened his bag and there's no drugs in there, and the guy got pissed. And the only other person who knew where his drugs were this girl that was staying with them. So he said he saw him like start asking, hey, did you take my drugs? She goes, no, I didn't. And he goes, well, you're lying because you're the only one who knows what the drugs are. So he started like beating her. He started choking her. So he says he's like, I can't do anything because obviously that would break this like invisible shield I have of like them not knowing I could see them.
I don't want to break my code of ethics.
So he saw her, like he kept thinking like stop choking her. So eventually he stopped choking her. She stopped moving. He stopped choking her, and he left the room. And he saw like her unconscious body. And he's like, okay, is she alive? And he saw what he thought she was breathing. It's okay, good, she's alive. But then eventually ended up being like she was dead. So, uh, so yeah, pretty interesting.
You can find this under family and category.
So if you're ever interested in seeing, it's called Voyeur. Came out like 3 years ago. I've never gotten like I guess there's people who have that perversion. Well, I guess it is a perversion, right? I wanted to see people do stuff and they're not aware of it, but I've never seen the appeal. Like I don't know.
I mean, have you tried?
Have you tried it?
Nah, never.
Then don't judge.
Well, then don't judge.
You sort of run out of things to like to do. Like, there's only so much Netflix you can do before you sort of like going a little crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
No,
No, what do
I don't even
I
have.
don't even have Disney Plus.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, only reason I thought about it was for The Simpsons, but I'm all right.
You know, it's fun. It's one of those things. Like now, I have a lot of time. I don't have to go anywhere. It's like I can write more. It's like, no, it's not happening. like, like you could be. You
What?
probably could theoretically be. But was that?
Have you tried?
No, it's just been lazy. As well as like theoretically, you should have all this time on your hands, right? You can't go anywhere. It's like, oh, I could be more productive. I can like start reading more. I can take up painting. You know, start learning how to like speak another language. It's like, no. Like, I wonder how many people are actually being productive.
I've talked to people who I don't know who just like do like creative writing weird shit because I'm like, oh, I'll join this group, I'll join that group, I don't care.
Yeah,
Until they bore me and then I just leave.
yeah.
And then everyone seems to be having problems because this is all they can think about,
Hmm.
or it's consuming too much of their life to where it's like everybody feels like they hit a brick wall when it comes to writing. They're like, I don't want to write about any of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're
Hopefully, there's.
everybody's like, how do you write with this fucking, like being inside and all you're thinking about is this shit? And I'm like, oh.
I guess there is something to that, right? Like creatively, like I guess you don't realize how much different stimuli sort of you know encourage you to write certain things. So it's like, oh, went out for a walk and I got inspired to write this story, even though it had nothing to do with your walk. Just the fact that your mind was on that walk, open your mind up to write a story or paint a picture. But if you're just thinking about this fucking thing, maybe you're not as creative as you would think you would like to be. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think of it that much until I'm out. When I
Yeah.
get, I mean, I realize like the containment. I'm like, this is too much. But I don't actually like worry about it until I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that guy brushed my shoulder.
How many times have you left your house since like 2 weeks ago?
Most, not most. Probably
4 days a week.
3 or 4 days a week.
I know.
Oh, really?
I know it seems like a lot. Yeah.
Maybe at least 3 days a week.
Maybe at least 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I've been going out more often than I probably should.
Because it's funny, like all.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
voyeuring.
Like doing what? Voyeuring?
Yeah, I've been doing my boring. I find like my boring has gone up like 1,000% since this whole thing starting. Yeah, it's like I know people are home, right?
Nice.
So I know like, oh, look at all these open windows I can like peer through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time to
take up a new hobby like that.
Yeah. Well, I just I want to expand myself, right? So it's like I don't want to be stuck in a rut, regardless of the.
I want my documentary.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fucking weird, right? So getting back to that documentary, like he told this like New York Times writer. I think he wrote for like New York Times, New York. This guy named Gate Talese, and I think that guy was weirder than the fucking.
Or he wrote in a journal by himself.
So no, the writer himself was like a little weird too. Like he waited like 20 something years. Like he was told, like the guy contacted him. He told him like this, hey, like I do this. So like he went and visited him, and he actually took him up to like his weird loft, and he peered like they actually saw a couple having sex. So he saw them doing that, and then like he sat on it for like 20 something years, and then he finally wrote a book about it. But yeah, yeah.
I might check it out.
Echo got worse, right?
Yeah, it's coming in and out. But yeah,
I know what I did.
I know what I did.
How about
How about now?
it's a little bit better.
Hold on.
now?
Now?
What, do you have your computer mic on?
Don't think so. Let me see.
I think that's what it is. There you go.
Actually, that's what the echo is. Is that it is my computer mic.
Yeah, I figured. No.
I've ran out of shit to watch, but I'm
Really?
not trying that. No, I mean not really. It's just that I don't want I don't want like long commitments to like a series or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually found myself watching old shit that I've already seen.
Yeah. What did I watch? That's why I was like, it's Better Call Saul keep me busy for 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Rewatch The Sopranos again.
Oh, good.
That'll get your mind off of this. Like, it's a bunch of
Too
mobsters. Like,
too fucking long.
yeah.
It's good, but it's really long.
Yeah. I've just been rewatching old movies. Probably the easiest thing. But, yeah.
Like what?
What did I rewatch? I rewatched A History of Violence yesterday. That was still good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. What was I watching the other
I
day?
rewatched Lights Out with the
Oh, okay.
same. I was gonna say with what's her name, Maria Bello or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's her. Right. I
Mm.
I rented. Actually, you know what? I started seeing a bunch of movies that I
Got a
saw.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, the blockbuster.
What'd
I
you
read
rent?
box. I read box. What was that fucking movie?
you fly, they tell you not to fly, and you fly to that last Blockbuster.
Oh, actually, I was thinking about it. Like now I'm worried that the last blockbuster is gonna close down. I doubt it's
Uh,
an essential business, right? So
yeah, no,
it's like I was
I was
thinking
on
about.
their. I went to their Twitter page, and there was something funny they posted.
Uh-huh.
They're like this economic collapse in the middle of this, like like they're saying like this is what's gonna this is what's gonna hurt our business or something.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
bad luck.
Yeah. No, that was. I mean, yeah. I doubt they're open, right? I don't think they're considered an essential business.
No, Hobby Lobby was trying.
Yeah, they got closed down, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Although I could see their argument.
Did you see? It's I don't. I think they're only in Texas. You see, the Planet K stores, they're fighting to stay open. They consider themselves an essential business.
Well, aren't the vape shops able to stay open?
Well, that's the argument. It's like, what do they sell that's essential? Like their argument is there's like I think because they sell CBD oils and some of the other stuff that, and I think now they're selling groceries. So they're saying that they're saying now they're an essential business because yeah. Uh, so,
All right.
for people outside of Texas that are listening, Planet K are a bunch of stores that they sell basically like
It
tobacco products and like
reminds me of you finished that McMillions documentary, right?
yeah.
Reminds me of that guy's like it turns his like strip club place into a church.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got Bibles out.
Yeah. Hey, did you see? Speaking of strip clubs, there's some strip clubs that they've been trying to do like a drive-through like version of their business.
What?
Yeah, like obviously they can't be open, right? So they've been selling food like any restaurant has been doing right now, and then they've done. I don't know how you do this without any contact, but they've been doing like drive-through like dances like for $10. So yeah, I
Man.
don't know how that how
Not
long
not
that's gonna last.
not locally, right?
I don't know locally. I haven't driven by any of them recently, but
I check all of them every night. They're
Do
still
you really?
closed.
There's the go in there knocking.
Oh shit!
What do you
You
think
know,
those? What do you think they're doing? They can't work.
I have an idea.
uh, no, but I worry about them because they're depending on that money for their college education. So,
Depending on your stimulus check.
exactly. Yeah. Have you gotten your stimulus check yet?
No, I don't think so.
Uh, Supposedly, some people should start getting it like the past few days.
Well, what I read was, right, I'm gonna get all this hate, and not that anyone's listening. What I read was they're giving it to people with Social Security first, and I'm like, but then like most people with Social Security, that's 95% of their income already. I'm like, well, why do they get it first?
Yeah, yeah, they're not losing it, right?
Yeah, I'm like, it's like you really haven't had any economic hardship. 95%.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I don't even think
So
we should call it a stimulus check, but we'll leave it at that.
what is this? It's 1,200 per person, right? If you're under a certain threshold.
Yeah, if you're under 75,000, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think as an individual, and like 150 as a married couple.
And you get what, $500 a kid?
Yeah, $500 a kid.
My little sister's gonna be rich.
I think they cap it out at like 5 kids. I can't remember what the number was. So, yeah, we'll see.
What
But what
are
do you
you
spend?
doing?
You spend it on, I guess. What are you gonna spend it on? Right, just groceries. But I mean,
Taxes. No.
I mean, at this point, like unless you lost your job, right, and you need the money. Like if you didn't lose your job, what do you use the money for? It's like, well, it's only so many groceries you need to buy.
But I know a lot of people aren't working right now.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Anybody who works at a like restaurant, like most restaurants, even if they're doing takeout, majority of people are like
Bar,
they're not working, right?
restaurants.
Yeah.
No. Bar, restaurants, strip clubs. Think about every Uber driver.
Yeah. Like, would you Uber right now? Like, are they still allowing Ubering?
They're allowing it, but there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's true. That's the
Nobody's
grocery
getting
store.
nobody's getting calls.
Yeah. Grocery store is about it, right? People who don't have a car that depend on it.
Yeah, but I mean the volume has to be super low.
It's true. Uber
There's
Eats,
over
I guess the only
oh
thing, right?
yeah, but I
You
think
don't
those
make
are
as much money.
considered. I want to say there's 1.3 million Uber drivers. I'm doing that off the top of my head
Hmm.
in America, so it's a lot of people not doing it.
A lot of people that's their main source of income, right? Ubering.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that I talk to, it is.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know the numbers. It seems like half of the ones that actually want to talk, even if I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
that's that's all they do.
What about those people who did like the face painting at like Fiesta Texas and like other theme parks? Like they're out of work, right? They can't touch your face. I mean, that's the worst.
Well, here's another one: is hair salons, like haircut places, are open, right?
Are they? I thought they were closed.
Now I think they're open. I
Really?
just haven't wanted to go because that seems very close.
Hell yeah. Yeah. They're touching your head, right? It's like,
Yeah,
ah.
it's like your hair is gonna look really nice.
Yeah. I mean, lucky I cut my own hair, but even if I didn't, I would just like,
I
you
was
know,
like, you're almost ready for the apocalypse.
right?
You just need to learn how to hunt and fend for yourself. But you can keep your hair cut.
but even if I didn't, I would just let your hair grow at a certain point. It's like, who cares?
That's why I put on the hat.
Yeah. It's like,
I could have put hair gel, but I was like, eh.
yeah. But, At a certain point, it's not worth it.
It is. It is really close, right?
It's super close. I didn't realize they were. I thought they were most of them were close. I thought all of them were close. I thought they weren't considered an essential business. Is getting your haircut an essential like necessity in your life?
I don't
Right?
know.
I don't know.
I'm about 90% sure they're open.
Really?
At
Huh.
least here in where we are.
That's sketchy.
I don't want to call it sketchy.
No, you know what I mean. Like it's
Haircut with a
I
happy ending.
yeah. No, you know what I mean. Like it's like sketchy to like think about like doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
anything, anything.
I still get face massages.
Do you really? At the mall, just to go into the.
Yeah.
Uh, how long? Okay, so say like it's 2 months from now, and they say, hey, it's safe. You can go back out and start mingling with everybody. Do you think people are like this is what's being discussed, right? I mean, do you think the majority of people are gonna feel comfortable going out in crowds? I don't think I am.
No, not for a while.
Yeah.
Mm. In fact, I even thought about just the simple concept of a handshake.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a.
Yeah. It's like if a girl shakes your hand, I'd be like, slut? I don't know.
It's yeah, it's risky, right? And although it is funny because during spring break I did go like right before everything broke down. Well, I say broke down, but like they started just shutting down everything. I did go to Universal Studios, but even then it was like it was more stressful than it was worth. And I think back on it, like I was constantly washing my hands, had hand sanitizer, like my face was itchy, like I kept wanting to just like scratch my face and just yeah, it wasn't as enjoyable as I probably would have been if this thing wasn't going or happening. But it's like right before they closed everything. So yeah, can
If it
imagine.
makes you feel better, you probably got it on the recirculated air from the airplane.
Well, I didn't fly. I drove there. So
Did you?
yeah, I drove there.
It's a long drive.
Yeah, it's about 18 hours.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Florida still. See all those spring break kids.
well, that's interesting. You
I think
mentioned
it's
the
funny that probably would have been something I would have done anyway.
What?
Like those dumb kids they show on spring break, like
Oh yeah, like
I
if
don't
you're
I don't give a fuck.
all right, if we're still 21, probably right. When you're that age, you don't care. It's like
Yeah.
especially if you had just turned 21 and this is your first spring break where you can like legally drink. Yeah.
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 Oh shit.
Like I see the appeal.
What's that?
Like I see the appeal. Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
especially if everybody's telling you, oh, you'll be fine if you're young. Like probably not gonna die from this. Like yeah, whatever.
They should just lie like they've been doing. Spring break will kill you.
Yeah. Hey, what's funny though? Like I was thinking I think I texted you. It's like I probably got it like on my trip, but it's funny. I think a lot of people are gonna be doing that. They're like, hey, I think I had like the corona for like a day. Like especially when like some people don't get symptoms. It's one of those things everybody's just gonna think like, I think I probably got it and it just I didn't have symptoms, but like
Like
who knows?
like you're bragging.
Yeah, it's like I just my immune system's so great that I didn't have any symptoms. Yeah.
Asymptomatic motherfucker.
Hashtag blessed. All right.
Yeah.
uh,
Are you canceling Easter?
we're still doing something here at the house, like just us, me, the wife, and the kid. That's about it.
Same. Like my sister and like her kids are not coming over.
Okay. You sound disappointed, John.
Yeah. Just call them all COVID 1, COVID 2.
Have you been here? I think I read it right before.
I was thinking about my You know, you've seen my car, right? How shitty it looks.
Uh-huh.
Of course. I was thinking, I was like, when this is all over, because I have never named that car, I'm gonna name it COVID. It looks like a car you would get that would get you sick.
Right? Or a car that you want to keep at least 6 feet away from while you're on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that's an apt name for it. Uh, I don't know. I bet you people are still gonna have their Easter stuff. Like you're gonna see like parties. Like
Mariachis.
yeah, like people don't care. I think at this point, some people are. I think if people are feeling really relaxed right now about it. Like I think like I would say last week was probably the most tense a lot of people were about it. Especially now that we're seeing the numbers might not be as bad as they originally estimated. People are gonna get too relaxed about it. It's like we can have our parties.
Somebody sent me an article of it was a CNN article
Mhm.
of they were criticizing Trump for putting the numbers too high, the estimates too high.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's stupid. That's funny.
we still don't know what they are.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. But wait, who's the one who put? Well, they're looking at a model, right? Like even like what's his name? What's that scary doctor? Oh, he's not scary. He's just every time he opens his mouth, it's like something scary comes out.
Neil
Anthony
deGrasse Tyson.
No, Anthony Fauci. How do you say last name? Fauci?
Yeah, Fauci,
Yeah.
Fauci. I don't
Yeah.
know. Falsy. That's what I call him.
Really? He's
Uh,
always like he's like a doom and gloom guy, right? It's like we're all gonna die. Just we gotta we gotta close everything for 2 years. Nah, he's probably right. Nah, he's probably right. It's probably one of those like if we really wanted to do this the correct way, nobody gets really dies from it. It's like a few more months of this and
Where'd you get your mask?
my mask.
Yeah.
I don't have any mask.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you've been wearing one out, but you said
No, 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 no. I don't know.
no,
I
you
saw it,
just
like I
mean-
said. Yeah, I've just been like bare facing it.
Yeah. Raw dog in the grocery store.
Exactly. Actually, you know what? The whole gloves thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, yeah, you put on gloves, but as soon as you touch something, they're infected. So it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really
It's
do
like
everything
it's like at Subway when they take your cash.
with their gloves on.
And
Right?
they didn't go and make another sandwich.
It's like, do they think those gloves are like, oh, like any germs that falls on this glove, it just like melts off? Like, I don't know what people think those gloves really gonna do. I don't know. It's yeah. Like I'll wear gloves if I'm gonna be handling something I don't want my hand. Like if I'm gonna be handling like fixing my car or something, you don't want your hands to be off.
A patient.
But other than that, I don't see the purpose of like wearing gloves out in public. I don't know. It seems a little silly to me.
Yeah, when I went to that supplement store earlier, they're wearing masks and gloves.
Hmm.
But they also like take my debit card with their gloves
Yeah, yeah.
and then lick my debit card. So I don't get it.
You know what's funny? My wife went to the grocery store and she like I was waiting in the car, and then she because I don't want to get sick, right? So I sent her out to the store to do the dirty work. So
Yeah.
she comes back in. She's like, "Oh God, I did something bad." I'm like, "What you do?" And she's like, like I don't know if you do this, like you're getting produce and you're trying to open up those like hard to like those bags like they seem almost impossible to open up. She's like, when I licked my fingers and I did it, I was like, it's like, I can't do anything about it now, right? It's like,
You did it, or you did it without thinking, or
yeah, she did it without thinking. She like licked her fingers to.
No.
to I was like,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, you want to hear one worse? Is my dad pumped gas,
Uh huh.
and then he started biting his fingernail.
Yeah, that's funny. It's just
Wow.
it's one of those like subconscious things, right? You don't think about it anymore. It's just like I bite my fingernails and I've had to like fight the urge to do that now because it's yeah.
Like I still like because I'll put the lotion on my face like a weirdo
Hmm.
to try to avoid aging.
Uh-huh.
I just I have dry skin. I'll do the forehead and the side. It's like, but I just don't. I don't know. I stay away from my mouth and my nose, but I always have, I guess.
Yeah. You never have the urge to like just lick the cream or not,
I mean, I've done it.
right? Nah. Well, I mean, as long as you wash your hands before. I don't think you can never touch your face, right? You just gotta make sure you wash your hands before you do.
Probably never touch it again, I guess.
Right?
Like if you knew like you were just gonna like drop dead if you touched your face, you could probably make it a habit not to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the first couple of people doing it, you see them just drop dead. You're like, maybe
Right.
I'm not gonna do that anymore.
After 1,000 YouTube videos, you're like, I'm convinced.
Right? It's like, but I don't know. It's just there's a lot.
The bunch of kids, the face touching challenge.
But like, it is one of those weird like this is it's funny the little small things, right? Like
The Tide Pods don't cure it, right?
no, that was weird. um, but it's funny like the little small things you don't realize that you do I don't you say you don't really order them, but like you ever go to like fast food and you like say you order like a burger and fries. I'm sure a lot of people they'll just eat their fries on the way home, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I bet you,
See, that's the. I know people right now that it's slowed down, but they're doing like Grubhub or Favor.
Mhm.
In fact, those seem to be better right now than Uber.
yeah. Yeah, because they're partying a
makes
lot of.
it makes sense, especially Grubhub. It's like, well, they probably can't get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, they would go themselves, I would think, or they can't drive, but whatever.
Yeah. But you know what?
But,
I worry more about that because now you have more people touching your food. It's
well,
like,
that's exactly where I was going with it.
yeah.
I was like, now you got now you got a middleman between the guy, right? Between the guy that hands you your food and you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Get the guy that makes it.
But no, it's fun. It's one of those
Get
things
the guy
like
that makes it, the guy that has sex with it, the guy that puts it in the.
No, but like I found myself like.
Let me ask you real quick.
Go
If you were doing Grubhub, and I thought about this way before this bullshit.
Uh-huh.
If you're
Like
doing
I'm the driver for Grubhub.
yeah.
Okay.
And like you went and you got the food and you were like went out of your way and you found the apartment complex and then everything fell on the floor. What are you gonna do?
Shit. I don't know. Because this is the thing. See, I've delivered pizzas before. I guess I never really had to worry about it with pizzas because they're in a box, right? So, but I don't know. It is like
it probably happens all the time.
Oh yeah, people they just pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It is tricky. Yeah. I don't trust it. I mean, it's funny because like not like even like places like Burger King, they're delivering for free now. Like they're just using those services, but I'd rather go and get it myself.
Yeah.
It's like
I think people who are doing Grubhub, it's like they can't drive, or they can't drive, they don't have a car, or they're drunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently it's a lot better than Uber right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Because there really is nowhere to go other than the store.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
go get your haircut. Face massage.
There's got to be like a way, like if this goes on any longer, there's got to be a way people are gonna figure out ways to make like I don't know, like there's got to be a way to like keep people entertained, right? Like some type of, I mean, it's like I don't know.
You don't have Pornhub Premium yet?
No, I don't. I feels like it doesn't. You know what? You're telling me this. Like, it feels like it doesn't feel special when everybody can get it.
It's funny because I think you get like a month free,
Uh huh.
and it's funny because I think most people have asked, they're like, "Oh yeah, I got it right away."
What's the advantage? What extras do you get with it though?
Well, if you've been on there, it's like all the ones with the star
I,
next to them.
I've never been to Pornhub before.
Okay.
Oh, so you just get access to just other videos that you don't have access to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't
See,
know who decides what they are. Like usually they're
yeah.
longer,
Uh
but
huh.
sometimes they're only like 7 minutes. I'm like, what you find in this 7 minutes?
That's so special, right?
that merits a monthly subscription.
I don't know. Maybe
It's
just
like
maybe certain content.
4 minutes.
Maybe certain content that was like filmed specifically for the website. I don't know.
Voyeur.
Well, you're right. I don't know. It's it's a weird, but I don't know. Like, I mean, there's. Well, you read, right? I don't know if you read that SNL's coming back tonight.
No, I
Uh,
did not.
yeah, but they I guess they figured out like they're doing it. Obviously, they can't get together, so they're doing it each of them from their own, you know, respective homes. So I guess they figured out a way to do it. I don't know if it's gonna be live or not, or it's gonna be just a lot of tape stuff. But it's gonna be weird though, especially a show that is built upon having an audience there, right? Like they're doing it live in front of an audience. That's the whole point. So,
Right.
so who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do a weekend update. So I mean that wouldn't make sense because it's just one person talking, you know, to the camera. But I don't know about some of the other stuff. Like how do you do skits with, you know, everybody in a different place?
I don't know, man. There's got. Remember what's funny was the last one we did? I'm like, it'll be gone next week. I think that was the last time we recorded something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Sunday before. Yeah, that Sunday right before everything happened.
Yeah. Well, before you, because I think the next week you were out of town.
Yeah, I was driving back that Sunday.
Yeah. Then everything was still open. It was just yeah. uh, oh, but you know what's funny is like I haven't listened to it, but how incorrect our facts are. It's like,
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, I know.
and it was like I was like, I don't know anything about this shit, and I was like, aren't they not gonna have a vaccine for like 12 to 18 months? And you go, I think you said 6 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I had heard 6 weeks. I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
That stuck in my head for some reason. I'm like, well, 6 weeks, and I'm like, this isn't 6 weeks at all.
Granted, I'm not an infectious disease expert. I don't know how vaccines work. So, and I'm not even like one of those like anti-vaxxer people. And just like I don't know. You know, it's funny. I was reading about it. Apparently, the correct timeline, like if you really want to like get down to how long a vaccine does, it takes like there is a you know a guy who that's all they do. They work on vaccines. He's like 4 years, 4 years minimum. He says like 4 years minimum. If you really want to do it correctly, it usually takes like that's the fastest he's seen a vaccine. I think it was the mumps vaccine. It took like about 4 years to get out there, but it's like yeah, it's pretty ambitious. I'm thinking they're gonna do it in a year. It's like I don't think we're gonna have a vaccine anytime soon.
It's gonna be a beautiful one.
Right. Oh man, I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
I actually want to go back to the movies. Actually, it is one of those weird things. Like
You see AMC might go bankrupt.
really?
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
That's weird considering they're the biggest theater chain in the country.
Yeah. I don't know. Nah, I saw it on a bunch of sites. Dude, I don't know how this shit works. I was like, "Where's your bailout money?" Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Did you see that the post office they're not gonna get bailout money? Like the government told them like, yeah, you're not getting any bailout money. But it's weird, like what companies they pick and choose, like what corporations they pick and choose is gonna get bailout money. Like
I wasn't aware the post office was a corporation.
I don't know. Well,
No,
they don't get government funding. That's what's funny about it, right? Like they have to come up with their own funding. Like it's it's not something. It's not like it's a government.
stamps are going up.
You pay like $12 a stamp.
So if I was Postmaster General, any question I got, that'd be the solution.
They go up.
Stamps are going up. Not know anything else to do.
Well, I guess it like why would they get affected? I'm trying to think. I guess I'm not thinking about it that clearly. Like, are people just not sending, shit through the mail now? It's mostly just
Like,
companies, right? There's not
like,
companies,
like literal shit.
or maybe it's just not there's not, obviously
Don't put your name on it.
businesses aren't running, right? So they're probably that's the bulk of their business is actual businesses, sending stuff. So I guess
Yeah.
I guess their business would be down. Uh,
Have you ordered from Amazon lately?
yeah, I ordered some gloves.
Huh? I mean, just for what?
Oh, I always have gloves here, like if I need to work like outside or around the house or.
Oh, I thought you meant like hospital gloves.
No, just like those
I
regular.
thought you
Just,
meant like the ones we were just making fun of.
no. You know what's funny? I do have a bunch of like that's what they are, but like I don't use it. Like I'm not gonna be wearing them in public. It's just I don't think they're like when I wear gloves it's because I don't want to get my hands dirty. Like I'm working on the car or something, right? You get shit on your hand that's hard to clean off.
You don't know how to work on cars.
Actually, I won't know you.
It's
But I
cheaper
feel like
just to go.
But shit like that, like that's why I have it around. So I just bought a bunch just because I was running low. But another day with I'm gonna be wearing them in public.
Yeah. I have a power steering fluid leak that I don't know is worth fixing. that
Same here.
that might be the definition of totaled.
Oh really? Same here. I think I told you right. I've been just filling it up.
How often?
Probably every 3 days now. Well, I mean I haven't been driving my car, but when I was probably like every 3 days.
I've been doing underground street racing.
Uh,
Gotta find some way to pass the time.
but yeah, it's I think I've had it for like
I'm responsible though. I lose every race by 6 feet.
really. So it is. Hey, you see that video of that guy? He was driving like I think it was a Ferrari or some really expensive rare car in New York City because there's like no traffic. And he's just like careens into like this like minivan, and he tries to take off, and he hits a couple more cars, and it's total. It's just completely total.
No,
Like
but that's funny.
yeah, like a $600,000 car. It's like I think it was a Porsche. It might have been a Porsche. Yeah, it was like rare. Like they only made like 200 of them. It's like yeah. Hey,
What do
but
you think?
at least crime is down, though, right? Have you read that? That crime is down overall.
Hadn't thought about it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Until the looting begins.
Well, that's what's helped, right? Like there really isn't like a lot of looting.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I saw people. It's like that's a whole other discussion, right? Getting into politics, but like the people protesting in LA from their cars.
Are they?
Yeah,
About what though?
about what's that fancy word for when they put your mortgage on hold, but you still owe them money? It's not. It's like a forbearance, but it's called something momentarium. Momentarium.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
they're saying like, "Fuck you," and they were driving the mayor of LA's house, and they're just honking and pulling out signs and shit.
so what are they protesting though?
Like we shouldn't have to owe that money, or we just
Oh.
put our rent on hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
encouraging a lot of people. They're encouraging a lot of people not to sign anything
Right.
because they're like, yeah, a lot of people who, especially people who rent, they're saying like, just sign this, and it's like you don't have to sign it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically saying we can kick you out.
Uh, uh, I don't know. I guess it's tough. Like, I mean, I'm
I
lucky.
mean, it's not their fault.
It isn't. There's no. Yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah.
Yeah. In
It's
fact,
true.
this is the one chance where if you have any hardcore Republican friends, or if you are one,
Hmm.
is that it is fun to throw it in people's faces. It's like, well, if you take that check, you're a socialist.
Right. Right.
And it is fun to watch their reaction.
Yeah. It's true. It's just. It is
Like,
just
I
for.
was like,
It's just for the money.
this is socialism, so take your check.
Yeah.
But so you don't want it, I'll take it.
Oh, it is one of those things like you hear about like other programs, like you hear different candidates talk about, well, we're gonna do this, and then the argument is like, how are you gonna fund it? And it's like, well, how did you fund this, right? Where did they come up with the money for this? It's like, oh,
Right.
apparently the government just couldn't just print money, right? So this is a counter argument forever when they say, well, how are you gonna pay for that? It's like, how did we pay for this?
It should be, but it won't be.
Yeah, yeah.
But
People
yeah,
forget
it
really, really fast.
is. Yeah, yeah. In fact, right, people who are listening, you should look up something called modern monetary theory. So
Hmm.
MMT, and that shows you how we print the money and how we can pay for anything
Right.
if we wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, whatever.
Did you get a notice? I don't know how many of them are backed by the government, but I know you have a little bit of student loan debt, right?
Yeah,
Did you get the notice that you don't have to, if I don't know how many of them are backed by the
I
government?
got an email.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
So September, right?
I think so. Yeah, I got an email,
Yeah. So
but
that's a little bit extra
it
money in your pocket.
right. This is about to turn into. That'd be funny if we just went political with this thing from now on.
Yeah.
I had Bill Maher on for about
You had them
five,
on?
5 or 10 minutes on the TV, like an old man on the television
This past week's episode, or I haven't watched Fridays.
yesterday,
Okay.
and he was talking to De Blasio.
Oh, okay. I haven't
That's
watched the
all I.
Friday one.
That's all I saw. I
Uh-huh.
saw a little bit of the De Blasio,
Uh-huh.
and De Blasio was super proud of how much he got done, or how much the Democrats got done for the people.
Uh-huh.
And then I changed it, and I took a shit on the television. But no, I didn't do that. But yeah, I was just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just I'm just happy I won't have to pay that student loan check for 6 months.
Yeah. Remember it went from student loan forgiveness to $10,000 to a short forbearance.
Yeah. I should have it was like a certain point where they saying like 30,000, like up to 30,000 was gonna get me forgiven. It's like
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, we've settled at 10. We've settled it.
Nothing.
Just chill for a couple months.
Yeah. That's funny. Like I guess. We'll see. We'll see how this.
Yeah. Who are you voting for?
I don't know. Who knows? Like it'll be interesting, right? If this thing like in November, if we're still like, having, or if the second wave comes, like, are they gonna allow people to just vote like remotely?
I think that is a terrible idea.
But like, what do you do? Like, say okay, say this goes away for a few months, right? Like, say August comes around and like, hey, we're good. Not that many people are dying. But then say October comes around, it's like, oh shit, it's happening again. We need to go on lockdown again. Like, what do you do in November? Like, if we're in this situation, like, do you go out and vote?
I mean, I will go out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
Yes. It's like I'll go out under any conditions with a mask or whatever if I have to.
It's like you're gonna make
but
yourself one of
but
those suits that like I was studying like in Contagion, Jude Law's
with
character.
Jude Law.
Right. Hey, we're not that far off, right? I bet you anything. I say give it like a couple more months. You're gonna see people in those hazmat suits.
And I was thinking of something that made me laugh. What were before that? You were talking about the going out and voting
Uh huh.
and
Remotely.
everything. Yeah, remotely. And it skipped. I lost it forever.
You said like, well, you said it probably won't be safe to do it remotely, like in terms of like votes counting being counted correctly.
Yeah, I mean that's the non-funny part, but I had something funny in my head, but that's gone. And usually it never comes back.
No,
Um,
never does. Yeah. One of
yeah,
those.
but I was gonna say it's like yeah, paper ballots is the way to go, and
Mhm.
it's hard to do those remotely.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard.
They've done studies.
Right. It's like, uh, I don't know. What's your over under? What's the over under? You think? How much longer? 2 months?
Well, it's gonna happen in phases. 2 months before what?
Before like, hey, you could go out again. Like, you go bowling. You can go.
all
That's
all
the first thing that's gonna open. It's those bowling alleys. I predict. Like, ah, finally I can go bowling again. You know?
all of a sudden I just pick up bowling.
Yeah. You can go play pool again. You can go play mini golf. You can go sit in a crowded restaurant. Yeah. Eating your fancy dinners that you would do every Thursday night. I don't know. Like you can just go back and, living a normal life. 2 months, 3 months, probably August, more likely.
What's today's date? April what?
April 11th.
Mm, I say mid to late June.
Hmm. Would you would you go to an NBA game like as soon as they open? Like, hey, we're gonna play NBA games and we're gonna have fans in there. Would you go to an NBA game? They probably won't do it. They probably won't. If they do, start games again, they probably won't have fans in there. But say they did.
Such a weird. Even what's his name? Dana White's Island got canceled, right?
Yeah, they canceled it. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking weird Mortal Kombat tournament.
yeah. Ah, yeah. I mean, I think this whole. Do you think this whole season is just gonna have like an asterisk?
They should just cancel it, right?
Yeah, give the Spurs another chance to get that 20 in a row.
Well, that's the thing. They probably won't. They just start. I think what I've heard, like some of the ideas being thrown around, is like, hey, we'll have a mini tournament for like the teams that are just on the crust of making the playoffs, and then whoever wins that, then everybody else who was in the playoffs, they should start the playoffs.
With the Spurs on the cusp.
Uh, well, the idea was the last, like, say you're an eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th seed. Those teams. I don't think the Spurs are in those. I think they're like 12th, 13th. Yeah.
Right, 1 through 18.
Um, I don't know. Like, I mean, do they have to play? I mean, it's one of those like I mean, what happens if they just don't have a champion this year? Like, is it that big of a deal?
I mean, as long as Kawhi Leonard doesn't get a ring, I mean, I think it's a win.
Right. Uh, but like, I don't know. I guess see, it's for us. It's like the Spurs sucked this year, and we're Spurs fans. Like, who cares, right? Who cares if this NBA season?
Yeah. uh, so everything's so weird.
What if there's no NFL or college? Like, what if this lingers and there's just like the NFL draft's gonna be weird. There's gonna be nobody. They're just gonna do it,
Do you
via.
remember that thing where you You ever seen those YouTube videos where people have those giant bubbles and they smash into each other?
Yeah, yeah. Didn't you say at one point you wanted to buy them?
Yeah, they're expensive. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but they're not cheap.
yeah. The price.
Uh, yeah, where you just like just smash as hard as you can. It's like worst case is you just fly 20 feet, but it's like soft.
Yeah. You think that's what people should be doing it?
Yeah, why not?
Just have them go in the bubble. I guess they won't touch each other, right? It'll be a little bit more sanitary.
Yeah, you're in a bubble.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, though, or entity, or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call them.
Pretty
I don't
sure
know.
corporation is an entity, but that's for our economics podcast.
I don't know. I'm ready to leave the house.
Let's go to the drive-through strip club.
Let's do it. I want to say one of them. Before we go, I want to say one of them did. Let me look it up real quick here in San Antonio. Let's see. Or they were at the minimum they were doing food. That's not popping up. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, steak and fries through a drive-through.
uh, yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't know. It'll be the scariest lap dance in the history of lap dances, right? To get one right now. Like,
Or exhilarating. Depending on how you view things.
yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to leave the house. I'm ready to it is one of those things I didn't realize I crave to go out and
Let's play face tag.
Oh, yeah. All right, then. So we'll figure it out. We need to figure out this thing for our next one. The logistics of this video call.
I thought you were all over that.
Eh, hopefully it's been recording, right? It'd be funny if we didn't record anything. Nah, no, I tested it out before.
Nah, doesn't matter.
You know what's interesting? Like all those YouTubers who depend on going to public places, they're fucked. like it's funny. Like, have you ever seen those YouTubers who do theme parks?
Welcome to this week of face pranks.
Those they do theme parks and and there's a lot of those. That's all they do. So, I mean, what do you do right now?
Movie theater pranks.
All right. Well, I guess our time's up, John. Anything you want to tell our fine folks out there before we leave them for another, I don't know, another week, or maybe we'll do these. Maybe we'll do one every few days. I don't know. I'm bored.
Yeah.
We start cracking out all these podcasts.
I got Star Trek on right now. I don't even fucking like Star Trek.
The new series or the old series?
No, the old movie.
Oh, the old movie. Okay.
And what's funny today is it's Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock, but 1984.
Okay. You want to give people advice before we go?
I have nothing.
You have nothing?
Now, fucking try not to die.
Okay.
Unless you really want to.
So with that, we leave everybody for another week, another few days. Maybe we'll just record a few this week. Let's just start cranking them out. I don't know.
Do you have any optimism?
Huh?
Do you have any optimism?
With this whole situation?
Yeah, you're asking me
Yeah,
to share.
yeah. I mean, I'm not like I'm not depressed about it or yeah. I've been felt it was one of those weird like you mentioned like I think the only time I really think about it is when I do go out like you said. Right? It's not when I'm here at home, I'm not really conscious like, thinking
What
about
did you just do?
it. I'll touch yeah. But like I think it's more of when I'm
I
like
didn't even
leaving the
know
house.
you could fit your fist in your mouth like that.
But it is one of those things that it isn't until like you leave your house you start thinking about it. So I don't know. It's I'm not. Yeah. Luckily, I don't think I've gotten it, so I haven't felt sick.
Hopefully, you're asymptomatic
Right?
and you're just killing other people.
Just going out in public, without a mask, just killing
Yeah,
all these old people.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, John. So I guess that's it for this week or this today, or I don't know. Maybe we'll come back a few days and record another one. We'll talk about other things other than the coronavirus.
Actually, it's funny. I was gonna tell you, like, you want to talk about anything except this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we'll record another one this week, and we'll go back to our regular schedule programming where we pretend this isn't going on.
We'll talk about the movie Heat.
We could another Heat podcast. We could do another movie. I'll communicate with you later on. And
We could have probably done Better Call Saul, but
eh. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know you had caught up. Otherwise, maybe we could have done that.
well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. With that, we leave ya. Bye bye.